Why do you need to seek treatment immediately after your injury-causing event? I'm attorney Justin Elzer. I'm a personal injury attorney. A lot of times we see in our practice is that people will call us and it's been maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 months since they were injured in a car accident and they haven't had any treatment, and now they want to bring a claim. And unfortunately I have to give them the bad news that it's tough to prove that an injury now, 6 months later, is because of this collision. In our world, we live in the legal world, and the doctors live in a medical world. And a lot of times we kind of keep to ourselves. But whenever you have litigation, our worlds come together. And so for an injury case, we need to have a doctor say that your injuries were related to this collision on a more probable than not basis. And so usually you go to the doctor and they treat you and try to get you better, and they aren't as concerned about the cause of your pain or your injuries. And unfortunately in court, you have to prove that that was from your injury. So if you've been living your life for many months, then there could be a whole multitude of things that could cause the pain that you are suffering. And so a doctor oftentimes won't feel comfortable coming into court and saying, yeah, I think that what you're complaining of today, months later, is because of this collision. And so that's why it's important to start out right away after a collision. If you're really hurt, get to the hospital. If not, definitely check in with your doctor in the few days after the collision so they can at least set a baseline, understand where you're at, and then try and set a treatment plan if it is that in fact that you need treatment. And if not, and things work out, you're not injured, then that's great. But it's incredibly difficult to prove a case many months later if you haven't had any treatment. So try to get checked out and get on a path for treatment so that hopefully 8 months or a year later you aren't complaining of pain because you got on top of it, got the treatment you need, and got better. But if you've been in a collision, you're having trouble figuring out your treatment and needing some help with that or some recommendations, or just have some questions about the insurance process and how to make sure all your losses are covered, feel free to reach out to us because we do offer a free consultation.